Hi guys, it's me, Jem, and welcome to episode 5 of Jem at the Movies, where we take a look at some of my favorite movies, either recent or old but gold. And today we're going to be taking a look at a not so old movie from back in 2010. Well, it's actually a biopic about Facebook. Yes, I'm talking about The Social Network. So, this movie stars Jesse Eisenberg, Andrew Garfield, Justin Timberlake, Armie Hammer, Max Minghella, Brenda Song, and Rooney Mara. So, before we get into the plot of this movie, let's talk about the main stars first. The lead role of this movie is Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg. If his name is familiar to you, he starred in Now You See Me as Atlas and Lex Luthor in Batman vs. Superman. Jesse Eisenberg does a good job of playing quiet, innocent characters, but turns out to be the badass in the later part of the movie. Because that's what he plays in The Social Network. He seems like that quiet little nerd, but is actually a computer genius. A guy that you wouldn't expect to be the villain later on. He does a really good job of exaggerating what Mark Zuckerberg is in this movie. Next, we take a look at Andrew Garfield, who plays Eduardo Saverin, Mark Zuckerberg's business partner. Now, Andrew Garfield is, of course, best known for his role as Spider-Man, or Peter Parker. So, in certain parts, I did feel like I was watching a Spider-Man movie. So, I kind of forget that he is Eduardo Saverin, and in my mind, he is actually Peter Parker. So, before we proceed with the movie review, just a quick disclaimer. I'm not entirely sure this movie is 100% accurate to the actual events. I tried to research about it, but I couldn't really get a clear answer. So I'm going to base this movie review on just the movie itself. The only person who would really know what happened in Facebook's history is, of course, Mark Zuckerberg himself. So, in this movie, the story is being told while Mark Zuckerberg is answering questions in a lawsuit hearing versus Eduardo Saverin and the Winklevoss twins. So, the movie opens with Mark Zuckerberg's girlfriend, Erica Albright, dumping him. So, Mark, disappointed, writes a really nasty blog about Erica. Meanwhile, he starts hacking the Harvard database for pictures of the female students. So he creates a website called FaceMash, which compares the girls all around campus. So the website is getting really popular and it is generating a lot of traffic, which of course causes some of the Harvard servers to go down. So after the incident, Mark gets 6 months probation. Meanwhile, he's approached by the Winklevoss twins, Cameron and Tyler, and their business partner, Divya Narendra. So the Winklevoss twins ask Zuckerberg to write code for a website called the Harvard Connection. So Mark accepts the job and he tells Eduardo Saverin about it. So while he's creating the website, he keeps stalling the Winklevoss twins. He keeps asking for extension after extension. So after the website is finished, Mark uploads it live without informing the Winklevoss twins. So the website's first name was the Facebook. And after learning that Mark Zuckerberg had stolen their idea, the Winklevoss twins decide to approach the Harvard president, Larry Summers, who didn't seem to be interested in giving any disciplinary action to the Winklevoss twins concerned. So as the Facebook is getting more and more popular, Mark decides to expand the network to schools like Yale, Columbia, and Stanford. So this is the part of the movie where you'll get to see a brief appearance by Dakota Johnson, who is of course well known for her role as Anastasia Steele in the 50 Shades movies. So Sean Parker, played by Justin Timberlake, decides that he wants to meet the creator of the Facebook. So he arranges a meeting with Mark and Eduardo. So Sean Parker tells them that Facebook has the potential to become a billion-dollar company. He also tells Mark that he will expand Facebook to 2 continents. So by this time, the website is known simply by Facebook. So Mark moves to California to set up Facebook headquarters, and Eduardo pursues an internship in New York. So meanwhile, after a rowing competition, the Winklevoss twins learn that Facebook has expanded to Europe, in Cambridge, Oxford, and LSE. So they finally decide that they want to sue Zuckerberg for their stolen idea. So Eduardo is not liking Mark's business decisions and the fact that Sean Parker is living in the Facebook headquarters, to which he freezes Facebook's bank accounts to get Mark's attention. Mark secures a $500,000 investment from Peter Thiel. Eduardo discovers that in the new investment deal, his share of Facebook is allowed to be diluted from 34% to only 0.3%. He is furious at Mark and Sean Parker and threatens to sue them, and then he leaves the building. So after Facebook hits 1 million users, Sean Parker is apprehended by the police for cocaine possession. He attempts to blame Eduardo, so Mark cuts ties with him. So at the end of the movie, the Winklevoss twins receive a $65 million settlement, while Eduardo Saverin receives an undisclosed amount, also as a settlement, and is restored as the co-founder of Facebook. So, what can we learn from this movie? Well, maybe the first thing you could learn from this movie is don't steal ideas from someone else, or you just might end up in a lawsuit. Facebook has become such a big part of our lives, connecting us to our friends, our families. It helps us in our business. It has forever changed the way we communicate. Currently, Facebook has over 2.5 billion active users. I would rate the social network at about a 7 out of 10. Even though the movie was over-exaggerated, like they said, whether the scenes that happened in the movie actually happened, it's still an enjoyable movie. Okay guys, so that is it for today's movie review. If you found this video to be interesting, please like and subscribe, and please hit that notification bell to be informed if I post a new video. So, till the next video guys, this is Jem. Bye bye.